Everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and it is very dark, rainy, and dreary here today. So it's a great day to be doing this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be starting a new journal, and I'm going to call it Trashed Treasure. And the reason I'm calling it that is because I'm going to be using not everything, but a lot of pieces that could be considered trash, or things that you might throw in the trash, junk mail, envelopes. These aren't really trash necessarily, but like this one's ripped, so we'll have to do a little doctor work on that. And then more envelopes, these funny little bags that when you go to a restaurant, sometimes especially during COVID, they held flatware, stuff like that. Just random pieces. This is just a piece of file folder. This is a piece of an envelope that's pretty sad. These little packing list enclosed. I'm going to try to do something with that. These were gifted to me, so I don't really know. We'll see how that goes. Prescription bags. Just some drop cloth. So yeah, just stuff that you might otherwise consider trash. So that's why I'm going to call it Trash Treasure. The last time I did one of these, I called it Junk Mail Journal, which same sort of thing. And because I used digitals, I was told that it wasn't really a junk mail journal. So I don't know. All I'm saying is that's what I'm calling it, Trash to Treasure. Not every piece in it's trash, but a lot of the pieces are things that could be considered trash. Okay, so that's where we're going with that. I think I'm going to start with this little piece here, if I can find a place to put all those. And yeah, this is just a funny little envelope. Yeah, it's funny to me what people tell you can and can't call things on your own channel. That was a long time ago, but I'm just saying it's just funny to me because it's like that's just what I named it. I mean, and technically it was junk mail. So anyway, I don't know. There's purists out there with the whole junk journaling community that feel like if you're going to call it a junk journal, you can only use junk. You can't use any digitals. You can't use any new scrapbook papers. You can't, all that. And I don't really subscribe to all that. I mean, use what you want to use is what I say, but I don't really care what you call it. But anyhow, that was then. So this is a new day. So how you all doing? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing pretty good. Just trying to get work done, and I've got to get my craft area situated. I keep telling you guys that, but I tell you I have just not had any time. So I'm just patching this basically with a piece of old book page. So yeah, it's just a disaster. I am in a landmine at the moment. Very truthfully, it's just bad. So what I thought I could do, will this fit this way? No. So we're going to put this pocket this away on this. And so this will become like a page in this journal. And there will be regular size pages too. I'm going to do 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper folded in half, so 5.5 by 8.5, but a 6 by 9 journal. So this is a little smaller, but that's fine. New big. So anyway, we're just going to junky this up and all kinds of stuff. And I'm sure you've seen plenty of people do this, but if you're new, you may not have, and everybody does it different. So there's that. So what you all got going on? Anything exciting, or are you just winding down from the holidays and trying to also get stuff done like me? Back to work, I kind of felt like, oh man. I mean, I always work a little bit during the holidays anyway, just because it's an Etsy shop, so like it's basically always open unless I close it, which I don't want to do. So anyways, but not really a lot. It's not super busy usually. Once everybody's gotten their Christmas gifts and all that stuff. So yeah, it was a lovely holiday. Spending time with my kids, it just makes me more than happy, as you all know. And yeah, So it's a little sad to see them go home or back to their dorms, and Aiden lives in a house but with friends. But anyway, it was great to have him here for a lot of those days, that's for sure. So this appears to be an envelope. I have no idea. This is probably when I was doing this type of thing before. But I just inked all over it, it looks like, because it's not just coffee dyed. I mean, I think I did spray it, but which I'm going to do. This is just coffee with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. The rubbing alcohol is just to keep it from getting moldy. That's it. I like the mix of the gesso and the whatchamacallit, coffee. Sorry, my brain just drew a total blank on that. This is Wild Honey Distress Oxide Spray. I just want to hopefully, you know, I'm not even going to try it. Somebody said take this out and splatter, because it just goes cuckoo-cuckoo. We're just going to kind of switch off and do stuff to these pieces because I want to give them maybe a little time to dry. And oxide and do all of those lovely things. So I'll probably spritz this a little. And then I'll probably pause, you guys, and go get some of this stuff dried up a little bit. Where did that honey go? Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm just knocking everything down. I don't have any of the browns in this, but we'll see what we get here. And I don't care if it gets inside. I'm going to be doing the whole thing, but I can obviously only do parts at a time for drying purposes. All right, I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and I got these two pieces dry. I also added, by putting some Distress Oxide on my, and I'll do it again just so you can see, on my little mat here, and this is just deli paper, but you can use anything. Like I have this Mylar, you can use this glass mat. I just don't like to use mine on camera because of the glare. So you just spritz it. I spritzed it with coffee, but you can also spritz it with water, and then you just, you know, dip your piece, whatever it is, into that and then let it dry. So I did need a little more on there, so I'm just gonna pick that up, and then we're going to go around and put some Distress Oxide on this around the edges. And I'm already a mess. Okay. And I don't even know exactly what I want to do, but we'll get something figured out here. All right, and so let's actually go and paint the back a little bit too, so that it can start drying. And I know this is very disjointed today. I just didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I wanted to start working on this. Too much water in today. So if it doesn't work, we don't have to put it in the journal, which is the awesome part. Okay, just so that can start getting some drying time. And then I also like to sand a little bit sometimes on these pieces, so we can get down maybe to a little bit of that green again, and also just it softens it up and it makes the paper feel really cool. But this is not necessary. You do not have to do this. If you don't like the grungy look, then this probably isn't going to be the series that you're probably going to love a lot, because it is going to be a little grungy. But I'll also be adding like some gold and all different styles. The person who asked for this journal, Nancy, said that she wanted it eclectic, so it's going to be all kinds of things. do some stamping and maybe some doodling. This makes the biggest mess. Here I am talking about messes, right? And of course, if you let your piece dry completely, I mean, yes, I got it dry, but it could be drier. All the way through, you know, through and through. Then it's probably smarter, but we're just going for it today. You just might get better results if you know, let go a little more. Okay. That's going to be that. This is going to go on there. And I'm not loving this print that's in here. So I think I want to cover that. I just have this old, I used the front of this for that, the 50 stack challenge. My retro lady was on there, so I just want to get a piece of this because this old paper look I prefer over those checkers in there. But if you like the design in your envelope, then of course keep it. Oof, there's a big old truck going by with a trailer. I think they're almost done. That was 1973. That was done. Did I put 73? No, I think I put 71 on that retro. That was after the fact, but gonna say that's eerie. Knew it had to be somewhere around there, early 70s. I just don't want to see that design. I mean, you might see some bits of it and that's fine, but I just don't want it to be super obviously there. Oopsie, ripped it. Okay, so when we glue that, we'll put a little glue there. It was wet and I was too rough, so that's how that goes. I'm trying to think. I think I want to do a little something on that background part first. Ooh, look at this, has rust. It's from an old music book. See how the rust is on the pages there. And probably mold and mildew. But hey, who's counting, right? And I like these. These are just out of an old, well, it's not really even old, a math workbook. I like to do stuff like this because it's kind of like playtime for me. Like I'm not being super focused. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like, okay, this has to go exactly like this and that has to go like that. Not that you have to do a lot of that in junk journaling anyway, but this is just sort of like experimenting. Yes, that is the word. Look at that. It's just falling apart. I don't know what else I'll put on here, but who cares? That's great. My paint thing is stuck to my glue page. Get rid of that one. How to make a drug. That sounds bad. Oh, this side's even better. Look at that. I'm going to use that side. I didn't write the book. You'd be amazed how many people will comment on bad words or whatever in books. It's like, I didn't write the book. I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just using it to glue. I'm not trying to upset anyone. You guys are all awesome though. You're just always very kind, and I thank you, thank you, thank you. Because it is hard to put yourself out there every day. You guys are so sweet. So sweet. And I'm going to glue it on even though it's a touch wet. Because it's fine. This is cool because it just has us 15 circled. Page 15, right? People look at this in the future, they'll probably think there's some big like numerology thing or something. It's like, no, it's just what I had. Nothing scientific here. Alright, let's see, what else do we have? I just have these that I've stamped on old book pages and stuff. Just the edges of the book page, kind of like this music page edge. They work great, so don't throw them away because they're very handy. Just a little something up there. Oh, is that going to get covered? No, almost, huh? Can I move it up at all? Ooh, yeah, it's still wet enough. Yay. Just like that. Okay, so I think I need something, and I don't know what. A mushy. I do like that one. It's splattered with gold, which is kind of fun. Could put one of these things. And a fern. Sure, why not? I'm going to actually crumple this. Set a minute. Go around this. And this is just a mushroom that I made. I make collage master boards and then just cut, you know, out that kind of dome shape, cut across there with those pinking kind of scissors, deckly scissors, and then just cut a funny little base for it. The cool thing about mushrooms, they're really just kind of blobs that you know, you can add to. I mean, you can make them as ornate, interesting as you want, or you can make them just kind of funny little half circle things on top, because there are just loads of different types of mushrooms, so it's not super specific, I feel like. This is a tiny bit wet. I would let it dry normally. Just trying not to torture you guys. Actually, because it's wet, I can squish it really easily. That's actually a great idea. I got those from Amazon. They're those, I don't know, they're kind of like, I think they call them scrapbooking sets or old paper scrapbooking sets, something like that. And they're very thin paper, but that's kind of an advantage when you want to crinkle it or something like that. I feel like I need color, is why I'm thinking this stamp. It's like everything's over there. Try not to cover that number right there. Yeah, I guess that's fine. So yeah, that very thin paper is not great when you are trying to use it as a page or something like that, but to collage with or those kind of things, it's really great to use. See if I can get this off of here. Now you could also do something as simple as this, sew some pages into it and have a little notebook, just boom, like that, or you know, a mini journal or something, or you could add pockets to the inside and make like a folio. So this is a good base for a lot of things. One of those green file folder pieces cut down. They're great for making a base or a cover or that kind of thing. And in this journal, I am going to use a manila file folder for the cover. So I don't know what yet I will put in here, but that will all come. I'm gonna take my Stabilo All, if I can find it. Go around the mushroom a little more. I had started around the edge of that mushroom at some point, but it's fun to kind of. And if you aren't familiar with this, this is called a Stabilo All. Oh, this one's, yeah, it is. See right there, it says Stabilo and then All. These are great for outlining because they're water soluble. So you'll see in just a minute what I mean, if you're not sure what I'm talking about. So if you take a water, not that one, pen, that's just water, like a watercolor brush or, you know, paintbrush works too. And you just add water to it, it bleeds out. So it's just fun to play with. Adds some interest and dimension and all those kind of things to your pieces. Great shadowing, you know. Great for grungy. Looks good with the paint, the white paint. Okay. I probably should do a little up here too. And if you put a blob of water on there, kind of scooch it around, this will, you know, turn kind of a gray color wherever that's at. Which is kind of fun. And I think what I'll do I want to make this a tuck? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to just go along two sides with glue. Oh, I just slung glue right at myself. Obviously, you're probably going to be better off if you let everything dry. But it's pretty forgiving. This whole style of crafting is very forgiving. I think that's why I like it so much. Because I'm not real good with precise. That's not really fun to me. So there's that. And then let's see. I was thinking something else and I don't remember what. Definitely need something like that can go in there. That's just a Tim Holtz piece. And I'm not sure exactly which set because I've mixed up a couple sets now. Somebody was asking me the other day where I got the bingo card, but it's a Tim Holtz. It's in one of his ephemera sets. I just am not positive which one. Sorry, I'm so sorry. That's what happens. I end up mixing stuff all up and then I don't know. Because like I have this bag, but this is the field notes, I think. Oh no, memoir. So maybe it was memoir. Oh yeah, there's the bingo. So it's memoir. So it's Tim Holtz memoir. And that's where that comes from too. I thought I had the field notes packaging, but I stuck all the field notes stuff in that one. So there you go. Does this fit here? Yes, it does. So I might put those in there. I don't know yet. Like, I haven't totally decided everything I'm doing, but I just wanted to get a start on it and let you guys see what I'm up to. I still feel like I need more up there. All sticky weird because I left it sitting there. This is Tim Holtz tissue. I'm sure you guys know, but just in case. And I know I just covered up that stuff I painted, but that's okay. I just needed a little more up there. And I don't know what I'll do with the inside yet. It's all a work in progress. Actually, maybe I will just do this. Because I'll probably end up painting and doing stuff in there too. Since that's what I do. Go back in here. That music paper has that weird old wet smell. That's probably why it got all mildewy. Or because it got all mildewy. Alright, so there we have a start. I'll bring it up closer. Hopefully you guys could probably see better if I had the light up here. There's the top. And I might do some splattering still with some gold. Do I want to do that? I think I will. Sorry, psych. You thought I was out of here, huh? You know how I am, and I'll probably still change stuff after I turn the camera off, too. And that is Winsor & Newton gold ink. It's ink. It's not paint. But you could use any metallic paint, gilding wax, you know, not to splatter, but if you just wanted some highlights or whatnot, then it's pretty easy to do. And sometimes I like to go just along the edge. So even though this is all grungy, this is like one of my favorite things, is to add the gold to that, because I like it. Okay, so that is that. I want to put this on, oh, I'll put it on here, because then it'll dry and I can use it for something as well. All right, so that is what we're going to do for today. And yeah, and we will continue on this road. Just a fun little thing. Just don't think you got to throw everything out, because some things might surprise you once you get them decorated, coffee dyed, whatever the thing is that you like to do, whatever your look is. Yeah, you might enjoy putting it into a journal. So I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and we will chat again tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.